Why hello there everyone and welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile. Today we're going to be doing something that I have seen a lot of recently on Twitter, some on YouTube, but it is this here little colourful chart tally thing, and everyone seems to be reviewing every single device within Fortnite Creative, and I thought, wow, that's actually quite a cool little idea. And I did do something like this in the past, yeah, but it was with battle passes. This time we're going into creative mode and we're going to be actually saying what we think of all of the devices. So we're just going to go down the list just like last time and then put them where I think they should go. Alright, okay. So we've got must have. This is basically an essential device in every single map for me. S is like almost essential every single time. A, very good. B, not so good. C, not so good as B. D, not as good as C. F, pretty terrible. And why is this even in the game? Is basically the most useless device that I have ever seen. Yeah. But anyway, let's start it. First one is the speed boost device. I think that's what it's called. I never use it. I never use it, but when I do use it for like jumps and stuff, it's pretty cool. The only thing is, I use air vents now for this, so why is this even in the game? The air vent is basically this, but without cool effects and has more settings. And you can put it at any angle because it's a prop. Next up is the skydive device. You know, this is a cool device. It allows you to fly and create little gliding experiences. In fact, it even allows you basically to like dive underwater. So I haven't used it a lot. I've used it in a couple of maps. It's a wee bit finicky at times too. Had a couple bugs, not sure if they're fixed. So I'm going to put this into C. I think it's a good device. It's new. Of course there's going to be some bugs with it. It's unique and I think it's great. Okay, the jump pad, is it called? Or yeah, something like that. I think, yeah, it's the jump pad. I'm going to put this one in D because, well, again, I think we can basically do it with the vents. And this is just a tile thing from Battle Royale. So it's great for Battle Royale maps. Not so great for like if you want to hide it away. That's what the air vent again would be great to use for. The bumpers, I see a lot of people using these. I never use them. Never. And because of that, you know what? They're really good with vehicles. I'm going to put them in F. But if it wasn't because of that, I would be putting them down here. It'd be great to have some more styles, some more colors for them, and all of that. I'd just love to have something else I could use them on. Then there's the crash pad device. Again, it's a device I never use, though it is very unique. So I'm gonna put it there. The air vent device. I use this a lot. And I'm going to be putting this into B. I don't use it a ton, but when I need something to push a player, it's always going to be the air vent device. This device I have used once in one map, and it's got a lot of settings. Whatever it's called, the time device or something, I don't know. I'm putting it in D. Again, it's only like used for one map, and that's search and destroy maps, so there's not a lot of uses. It's only got 2 styles. I would love to see some more, maybe like a suitcase with a timer on top of it or something like that, and also a setting that makes it explode rather than you needing to actually add explosives to it. The objective device. This is a great device gallery thing. It would be nice to have them all separate, and it would also be great to have some more styles. I would love to have just a lot more styles, or some sort of device that you can put over another prop, sort of like the prop manipulator and stuff, and then it would give that prop the settings of an objective device. Prop manipulator, I wouldn't say it's a must-have, because it's not a must-have, because I don't use it in every single map. But it is a great device. Being able to make some props appear and disappear is just extraordinary. Unfortunately, it just has so many bugs with it at the minute, and that's why it's not always a must-have. It's just because of the bugs. The targets, I never used them. Again, they've really only got one use for me. The Switch, everyone's always saying how great the Switch device is. I love how many different art styles it's got for it and the models. I've just never really used it. People even say like it's better than the button. Oh, I am going to stick to the OGs. But yeah, it'd be great to have some styles in the button. This is definitely one of my favorite devices. This is a must-have for me. The player counter device. Whew. It is sometimes a real great lifesaver. Like if you have XP in a map, but you do not want one person to play in that map to get XP over and over again, you can set this up so if it has one or less players, then it will just disable all XP. And then when it goes over 2 players, then it enables all XP and the game is actually playable and all that. Really great device, has some very cool options in it as well. Is this the action figure device, the character device, something like that? I'm just going to put it in C. It can do some emotes, it's got some skins, it's got some settings, it's just not that useful. And it has such a large amount of memory attached to it as well. And that's just where I'm going to put it. The phone booth, look, it's not an F, so I'm going to put it in D. I rarely use the phone booth because I don't see a point in the amount of memory it takes. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some settings for it too. It's pretty good. Another must-have, of course, is the XP device. I don't use it in all my maps, but I'm starting to try and use it in all of my maps because previously I just never used it because I just didn't want XP in my maps. But now I'm trying to add XP into all of them because I now see a use for XP in every map. There's then this little colourful orb thing. Yeah, it makes your character visually appealing more, I guess. The campfire. Now you know me, I love making minigame maps. And this is definitely S tier. I would even put it in must have. Because if I make an area, a spawn area and the storms there, I love using this device to heal the players because you know you could use mutator zones in the health device. But what if that bugs out and the player doesn't lose the health? Yeah, then you've got a guy running around with infinite healing and a lot of it too, and would basically be unkillable. That's why I like the campfire, but I'm going to put it down to S. The UFO, I don't use the vehicles like at all because they just cost so much memory. Not just that, but the UFO I think was put down to like 4 UFOs per map for some silly reason. Okay, Stormwing, I like it. I think I'm gonna put it in A. I like planes. I like flying planes and maps. A lot of fun. Loot crate, not loot box. The loot crate device. It's a pretty decent device. It just has so many bugs again with it. I used this device in Take It Back, yeah, and it didn't work because only one person in the whole lobby could open it, and until they opened it, it would never disappear, and it's super annoying. You also cannot really spawn in more than one per device. I'd love to be able to move it with the prop mover and maybe spawn some around the map a bit more and a bit more frequently. The boat, it's going in D. I suppose with the new water device it's a bit more useful, but I don't see myself ever using it. Now the randomizer, is definitely an S tier device. Again, I love using this in minigame maps and stuff. It's one of my top ones to use. All the cars, I'm gonna just put them in C though, because cars are cars. They've got some settings. They take up quite a bit of memory, and they're all overall okay, I guess. Surfboard, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Shopping cart, of course, it's a must-have. No, I'm joking. I'm going to put it in B. It's original, but it's such a unique vehicle compared to the rest. Quad crasher, helicopter, putting yous all under here. The baller, I am going to put you to a B because I like the mechanics of it. The perception trigger. This is such a cool device, and I did use it on my Terrifying Tents map because I thought, yeah, this is a really cool device. It really helps minimize the amount of triggers as well when you want like to set up a bunch of channels. Like before, I would have had to set up maybe about 32 triggers just for something I wanted to happen to one player. This uses like 2 triggers for me and does the same thing. The only problem with it is that you can't change the size of the radius. It needs to have a bigger radius. Fortnite, please add an option into it to make it bigger. Please. It doesn't fit my maps. But anyway, we're putting this in A. It's a great device. Dancing mannequin. Why is this even in the game, bro? It was maybe for those dancey things. That's about it. Takes up a bit of memory, like. So the baller device, it's really got down the hill recently. Not recently, but a good few whiles ago. And the ball physics are just terrible now. I went onto my natural disaster map and they don't even fall when the floor underneath them disappears. It just needs a massive update. It really, really does. Why is it in the game? Because what if you want a ball? And that's why I'm putting it down as F. The attribute trigger. I don't know why I'm feeling like a B. It can do some pretty cool stuff, though I've only used it once, twice, something like that. It basically, I think, like triggers stuff when a channel is triggered or something like that. I mean, they could just do that with a trigger, right? So there's obviously some other settings in it that makes it very unique. Again, I haven't used that much. I just feel like it goes in B because it can be useful, very useful, depending on maps you're wanting to make. The turret. I'm pretty sure it takes up a lot of memory, but I really like having turrets in maps. I would just love to have one like the new motor turret, where it's just like, you know, a car where you can place it anywhere. We need that. Why is that in the game? Why? Like, yeah, I can see it with the cars, but I'm never going to be really putting cars on fuel. I haven't seen any maps so far put cars on fuel. So yeah, it's pretty useless to me. This device, it's going down as F. It's the VFX device. Why is it going on F? Because we have the VFX creator. Now, the reason why I'm not putting it down is why is it even in the game? I'm actually going to put it up to, I think, a B, because it's got a lot of preset VFX, like the balloons and stuff. You cannot make those with the new VFX creator. You cannot make 3D models with it. So that's the only good use for that, is the 3D model effects. Besides that, completely useless. Now, as a creator to me, and wanting to have Fortnite Creative as a proper full-time job, this device is a must-have. I mean, most of my maps start up straight away, and then the only way to get people to really use my code is by showing them there's a button for me to be able to support it. Yes, almost a lot of the community in Fortnite Creative can't really use it because they don't have a code. All Fortnite has to do is just give it to people that have codes and remove it from people that don't have a code. Then it's fixed. The capture device, yeah, I'm gonna put it in D. It's such a cool device, though I never really have a use for it. Speaker device, I'm putting it down as D as well. The sounds in it are so bad. The hoverboard thing, I'm putting that, why is that even in the game? I like using it for like effects and stuff to make things look very industrial. Why is there a second one? I'm not too sure. We're just going to put that down there too, I guess. But why is it even in the game? Because you can get like the VFX thing from Dark Tilted and put it anywhere, and it costs like 20 memory or something like that. This costs 2,000 memory. Very expensive, can only go into tiles, but looks very cool. And I wish you could turn the flames off and make it invisible and stuff. But anyway, the explosives. I like the explosive device, though I don't use it. I don't use it that much. The trap. Ew, the trap. I'm going to just put you as B. I like it. It's OG, it's great. The VFX creator is a must-have. Done. Deal. Just deal with it. It's a great device. When I made games in Unity in the past, I just loved messing around with the VFX creator in it, or the particle system, and that's why I just love that device. It's bringing back the old memories and makes it a fair bit simpler than the Unity version. Timer device is another must-have for me. I love that device. It's so great when it works. Pop-up dialogue, I'm putting this down as A. First time it came out, I was like, wow, this is the best device ever. But I don't use it. I just don't use it, like, at all. So, great device, very minimal uses, and yeah, you can put like 2 buttons on it. You can only type like 8 letters in each button. Come on, Epic. Really? 8 letters? That's like nothing. Okay, this is definitely another must-have for me. I love using the HUD message device. That is a great device. Same with the billboard device. Another must-have for like in lobbies and stuff. Saying the title, saying who's made it, giving out info, giving out updates, giving out rules. Great device. The item spawner, I'm putting this down as A because I never really spawn in items. Okay, that's simple. The player spawner, like, you don't want your player just spawning in the sky, do you? No. So that's a great one. S tier again for the checkpoint. I don't use checkpoints, though it's a great device. This here, why is it in the game? It's an old one. It's amazing looking. But now that we've got the new timer device, it's just like, why? Why is it there? To visually show it while building, I guess, which is a great use for it. So I'm actually going to put it up to F because I like using it for that. Trigger, why is it even in the game? I mean, come on, it looks like a pancake. Give us some more styles. No, I'm kidding. It's another must-have. Almost every single map has the trigger. Why is this in the game? That is the worst device in this game. Like, out of all the things I'm going to put down here, that is the worst. That video player device, the videos don't, like, no offense to the creator of the videos, but they do not fit creative mode at all. I wish we could just take a YouTube link and paste it in. Even if it was just our own videos, you know? There'd be some sort of course, copyright rules they would have to put against that. But the music videos, come on, there's like nothing you can do with them. Just put the music in the radio device to make the device a bit more useful. The button device is a must-have for me. Wow, it's must-have is like the first one here. Maybe we'll just put this down to S now to make it all flat looking, I guess. But I use the buttons a lot. Almost every single map I've done uses a button. I like the button a lot more than the Switch device. I just wish it had some more designs. It just has this one button design on and off, that's it. Sequencer, I'm putting it as A. It has not got a prop version yet. You can sort of use the prop mover as it, but the prop mover has so many bugs that you can't really use it for that, and it also cannot pick up invisible triggers, the prop mover, unlike the sequencer that I'm pretty sure can. Why is this in the game? I have used it on one map and that was just for a visual effect. The basic storm, yeah, I suppose yeah, it's kind of handy, the basic storm device. I like using it just for simple wee storms, you know, for maybe box fights, 1v1s, storm wars, I guess. The butterfly, no, not butterfly, the firefly device, I'm putting it down as F because it's got one use and that's it. Like, it would be cool maybe to be able to have some other things within it and you could just set firefly to one of the settings. Besides that, it's a completely useless device. It spawns in fireflies and that's it. It's great for maybe a couple games. That's about it. The prop mover, I'm going to put this in S tier. I don't always use it. It doesn't always work and there's a lot of capabilities it cannot do. For example, it can only move things left and right, up and down. You can only put like a certain amount of prop movers on a prop. You can't make it go round in circles. Like, I wish they add some more motions to it and maybe showed an outline on where the prop will end up. So much more things they just have to add to the device, but besides that, some beta mode. But yeah, radio device, I'm putting it to B just because they added the new songs to it and I've used those in almost all my maps because they're like the only good songs on it. So much Halloween stuff on it, and that's about it. Zombie manager device, I don't use it. It's an F tier. It just changes like the health of the zombies and stuff. Big deal. Wildlife, again, I'm actually going to say this with the zombies as well. They didn't work on Train. I think they might have fixed it a week or two ago, but at the minute of my knowledge, I don't think it really works that great and I don't see myself using it. Also, you can only spawn in about 20 or 30 wildlife, so big drop there. I like this trap, the poison trap. I'm going to put this right beside the B here. Okay, the damage trap, I'm putting it in S tier. Don't always use it again, but it is such a unique and great device, as well as a prop version now. Brilliant, and I hope we do that with the sequencer as well. These here, yep. We're not going to talk about those. I don't see a use for them. This is a great device. I'm putting this in A, especially since they added the new setting where you can turn off the VFX. Or you can make imposters now that aren't visually appealing. Awesome. Health device. I use it a lot. Going in S tier. Tanks use a lot of memory. I don't use this device a lot, not anymore. I used to use it a ton. It's going in D because it's pretty good. Sentry, it's going in F. This is a great version now compared to the older version. Still not great. Would love to see some character models attached to it. Sky Dome device, I'm putting that on must have. I always just love changing the sky to my custom sky. I'm putting that in F because it like rarely works for me for some reason. Tried to use it for a video. It just didn't work. I don't know why I set it up so like if trigger 1 was set, it would set it in flames. Never worked. It's an okay device. I just don't see myself using it. The door lock device, I'm putting this up as D. Again, I don't use it, though it's the only device that can lock doors, which is such a cool little feature and great for like maps where you've got keys lying around and you need the key to open the door. It's a great device. Barrier, I use this almost every single map. Again, just put it down as S because rarely use it. I cannot believe this, right? I seen these again on Twitter and stuff, and when I looked at them, I completely forgot the customizable light device even existed. I love this device, but I rarely use it. It's such a great device. I just wish my brain would remember it. Yeah, we're just putting you down there. You're trash. This is the yeah, it gives you icy feet, but you know what? Again, it's a trap. People didn't really like that trap, and to be honest, it wasn't great for Battle Royale. I don't know why they added it for Battle Royale. It was just useless. But the reason why I'm putting this, why it's even in the game, is because we have the French fries, which give us the slippy feet, but they don't give us ice on the feet, but rather weird color flare things. New cannon, it takes up so much memory. I'm just putting it there with the rest of the vehicles. Bounce pad, putting it on F because again, you can do the same with air vents. This you don't really need it anymore because of the prop manipulator, but it does have that like. I don't think the prop manipulator can do like that flashy thing it does. You know, you can change the times when it flashes and bounces, and you can make it flash or just bounce. Okay, so the next device is the HUD device, and honestly, it's actually quite a nice device, especially like to mess around with and stuff. And I'm going to be putting it into B. It's great. Messes with the HUD. I just wish that you could customize the HUD to your own like styles and stuff. Besides that, the device is brilliant. This device, I think is it the tracker device or something? I rarely use it because before it had a bunch of bugs, so apparently it has been fixed and it has some really great features. I'm actually going to put that up into the A. The map one, I'm going to put it in C because it's really only used for like Battle Royale maps. Player reference, I really like this device. I used it in my previous one, once again, terrifying tense. And it's really nice to show like player scores and stuff. The down but not out device. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's going for A because you can knock people, you can revive them, and there's just so many different customizations you can do with it. You can edit how shakedowns and all of that works, and it's just really nice. This device, I tried to use it in a game, and even when the countdown finished, it didn't automatically update all of the maps after it finished. So I never use it, I'm sorry, but I'm just putting it in why is it even in the game. I mean, it's cool and all for like countdowns and stuff, but it doesn't work to the best of its ability. Score device, yeah, that's really useless, incredibly useless. The matchmaking device, I'm putting it into C because I mean it's great for advertising maps onto other ones and great for putting your artwork also into your maps. This is, of course, going into just weapons again. Oh, I don't like that device. It just shows like the holograms from Neo Tilted, and that's about it. It's really useless. Either if you're doing a futuristic theme, it's going to be used for that, but besides that, it's useless. The class, is this the select? No, this is the designer, isn't it? I love using these. I'm going to put the both of them into A. This is the class selector. It just allows you basically to create like a sub team with different customizations. Item Granter, this is a great device. I really love using this. Would I put it in must have? You know what? I think I have used it in almost every map. So I'm going to put it in S because I don't use it in every map, but it's something I use very much. I've used this device, the Item Remover, very recently, again in Terrifying Tints. And at first, didn't like it. But now that I remember it's there, because again, I forgot that device is there. But when I seen it, I thought, yeah, that's actually a really handy device, and it's quite good. The vending machine, I'm going to just put that in B. I mean, it allows you to pick up items and stuff. They got a whole new styles to them, which is cool. The fishing rod thing, I'm putting this, why is it even in the game? Because, yeah, it's a really cool device, but you can just put a fishing rod into an item spawner, and that's basically just a more visually appealing looking thing. Instead, they could get the item spawner, give it a visual style to a fishing barrel, and then you can just put whatever item you want in that fishing barrel. Much more easier fix than just having this one device that drops like 3 items. The conditional button, I'm putting this in A. It's great. It's not as great as the regular button now, but it's still a very nice device to be able to do quests and stuff. It's brilliant. The collectibles, I don't use them. I don't think I've ever used them, but I know a lot of creators do. I suppose it's cool for, I guess, some quests, but besides that, yeah, it's pretty nice. The bus, again, it's just going in C because vehicles are vehicles. They're not really any different, besides they take up way too much memory. The fishing thingy-mabobber, it's cool, I guess. Allows you to customize fishing hole things. We could probably make our own with triggers and item spawners, but we have a device to do it. I guess it shows fish as well. Very cool. I like this device. This device is great. You can only do so much with it, but it has such a cool animation. In fact, it's like one of the only devices that actually changes your camera angle and makes your character have a really cool sort of pose. And I love that device. I don't know why. The box, the creeping cardboard, it's cool. I'm putting it in D because you could literally just grab the consumable and throw it into the ground. So the device is pretty much useless. These, I never use them. Again, I just never use them. I don't see any use for them. Besides probably Battle Royale maps, maybe roleplay maps or something like that. Because you can't even turn them that well. Like, they're always facing the same sort of direction. The chest, yeah. If you want random chests that have rubbish loot, that's the place you want to be. This here, the problematic device, I'm putting this in F. Personally, it just does not have enough settings. And you can only use it once again on one device. Endgame device, oh, I love this device. Oh, I'm putting it in B. I'm never really that good with it. But being able to control when the game ends, even before a timer ends or anything, oh, it can be really handy at times. The save device, yeah, I've been using it a lot too. I'm going to put that in B. It's just so cool to be able to save player data on your maps or data, whatever you want to pronounce it. The team setting device, that's going straight in the must have, okay? It's just going straight up there because I use it in every single map. It's brilliant. Allows you to separately customize almost all the settings from like each team. It's brilliant. The race manager, I haven't used it that much. Yeah, I haven't used it that much. It's okay. Some difficulties with it, not enough settings again with it as well. It's just it's an okay device. The water device, I'm going to put this into S. I've tried it out. The only problem with it is if you make it as big as possible and you turn off flying when turn off, what's it called? When you can go phasing, then you automatically go out of flying and you will never be able to fix that island again. So they need to fix that because that's very, very broken. Round device, I'm just putting this in D because I don't think I've ever really used it. Used it maybe in a couple maps because I just thought I might need them for stuff. Besides that, I don't really know what it does besides does stuff with the rounds. That's about it. I think it like saves stuff between the rounds, does it maybe? The score manager, again, it's an okay device. I would like to have some styles for it. Besides that, it's pretty good. This is the remote signal device. I'm putting this in C because it's a really unique and awesome device. I just wish it had different styles because all you have to use on your character is like a walkie-talkie. And I think it's literally called like remote signal A, B, C, and D, maybe E as well. And that's like the name it gives up for the player. So that's sort of annoying. Okay, the French fries, I'm putting them up to B because, I mean, yeah, they're pretty good. Actually, I'm going to put that up to A because I love using those, the slippy feet. Speed modular thingy, I'm going to put this in C. It's a great device, we just need a version of it that's not tiled. The prop what? The mutator zone, I'm going to put this in must have. I use this a ton in maps and it's just great. Teleporter as well, use that in almost every single map. Brilliant device. Again, just wish I had some extra styles. Okay, another few vehicles to go into C, look at that. And lastly is the guard spawner, and I'm going to put this honestly in F because you can't use every weapon on it. You can only have a limited amount of guards. It is incredibly expensive and there's only a certain amount of skins in it. There is a Kit Bash skin which is awesome, but besides that, not great. But anyway, that is my ratings. Can we zoom out here a wee bit so you can see the whole thing? Yeah, there we go. There is my ratings, everyone. Honestly, it's pretty balanced. If I look at it, it looks like there's a lot worse props than good. But you know what, there's probably some things I might change in if I looked up them a bit more. But yeah, there is some very useless devices to me. But these are just on my terms. Tell me, what would you change in the comments below? And also remember, I mainly do like mini games and stuff, so this is just like things I would mostly use mini games. just to remember you. But anyway, some devices are just really awesome. I get it, the vehicles are cool and stuff. It's just the memory ruins it all. But hopefully, if you look at all like the higher up ones, a lot of them are the newer devices. And then some of the lower down ones are also very new devices. So it's very balanced at the minute. I hope with Creative 2.0 this year, it will change everything. And again, I don't hate all these devices. They're just not to their greatest potential. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Tomorrow, I've got one that we do every season. I'm sure you already know what that is. But I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Goodbye.